call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Barton Ferry,
Here.
Sandra Zachary,
Here.
Billy Cloud.
Here. Item number 3, pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 4 is recognized guests. We want to thank everybody for being here. I think the sign-in sheet's going around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Item number 5, new business. Sandra, you got anything today?
Yes, Steve from Keto called me, I guess it was Thursday or Friday, on the REAP grant. He said it was ready to go. This year, each district got $31,547.34. So that's what we will do our mile on this year. I did talk to the lady on the shields. They still haven't got a definite date, but they will be coming to the courthouse. I did send her some information, and we will hopefully be hearing back from them this week. So, and I also noticed, looking through these papers, that the Choctaw gave us, on our community, gave us $4,000 also. It's our second quarter donation from Choctaw Nation Community Partners. So, that's very good. We got, I think, 3,800 last time. It's up a little bit, yes, than what it was last time.
We're done.
But I think that's all I've got right now. Unless I come up with something up here I'm looking at.
Billy, Don, do you have anything today? What about the hospital, Randy? Anything new on that?
Well, they were waiting for them to come back with a signed lease, from Dr. Singh. It's all been documented and sent to them. And, as I understand, the reopening procedures are underway. And, I know that, first, they're already looking at the maintenance issues, the roof and other problems there at the hospital, but I don't have a date as to when they're going to actually facilitate everything, but it's coming.
So, we don't know if they'll be doing the maintenance before they open or
I'm sure I'm sure it'll be as
they go along. Well, if there's no other new business, we'll move on to item number 6, approve commissioners' proceedings from previous meetings.
I'll make a motion on number 6.
I second.
Sandra Zachary,
Yes.
Billy Cloud,
Yes.
Barton Ferry.
Yes. Item number 7, blanket PO. Have any blankets? We have one for $1,000 to Stigler Stone for District 2. We have one for $1,000 to Rocket Natural Stone, District 2. We have one to Comdata for $4,000 out of B2. Another one to Comdata for $1,200 out of B62. One to Panther Oil for $400 out of B2. Another one to Panther Oil for $200 out of B62. Stigler Home Center, $500 out of B62. O'Reilly's, $600 out of B2. Ben and Keith, $2,900 out of B62. That's this week's blanket PO.
I'll make a motion on
A second.
Sanders Zachary,
Yes.
Billy Cloud,
Yes.
Clark McCreary.
Yes. Item number 8, do we have any 324? No action needed on item number 8, we don't have any today. Item number 9, Brian.
You bet.
Fracking,
you got it right.
Extension, office to discuss contract for fiscal year 21. Go
So,
ahead.
all right, so I appreciate the opportunity to discuss the budget for next year. Typically, anytime an increase goes up, you need to have the estimate of needs in a month before the current one expires. So, visiting with my boss, I'm an interim CD here, so I appreciate getting to know each one of you through the time I've had here. The plan is probably to share an educator, and more than likely it'll be very similar to what it's been up to this point, where Danette Russell has been your FCS educator and helping with 4-H. I've been just serving basically as an area livestock specialist covering this county and LaFleur County. And I'm not sure how much longer I'll keep doing that, but so even though there's probably not much of a change as far as staffing, the price obviously goes up, seems like year to year, and so there's a modest increase of, I think, close to $700 going from $27,000, I think it was the bottom line last year, to $28,000. I know you guys probably, I imagine, do your final budget at a later date, but wanted to get the estimate of needs in. If you've got any suggestions, we're always looking to serve each county as best we can with all 3 disciplines: Ag, 4-H, and FCS. So that's kind of where we're at. And if you want me to define what sharing is in the future, it might be something like FCS person may be their home office may be designated LaFleur County. The Ag educator might be designated here in Sigler, and then 4-H person may be out of Latimer County. That's my guess of what the future looks like. So at the present time, we've got Danette as FCS, and we got Tony Johnson as the 4-H/Ag in Latimer County. And my guess is he's going to retire pretty quick. So we're looking at pretty short-handed here in this part of the state. You got any questions? For me?
I don't have any, but we appreciate you and all that y'all do. I guess we'll address that at budget time.
All right, that's fine with me. You bet.
Sheriff, we done passed new business, but we'll move back. You got anything?
And I just got a little bit. We got 35 inmates in jail. Big thing right now, we're working a pretty large cattle theft, equipment theft deal. I'm actually fixing to go to the northeast part of the state and get a guy picked up. We're talking millions of dollars, several states, several areas, but we've got a reason to get him arrested, so we're gonna go arrest him. Other than that, you know, this regular normal stuff we've been doing. Call volume still high, inmate count is low, but I'm happy to say that unless something bad happens, both sides financially be in the black this year. We should be just fine. We looked at finances again on Friday, and we're looking to have, I shouldn't say a carryover, but we're going to have, we're not going to be in the red and not going to be using jail cash money to get through the rest of the year. So that's a positive. It's a positive outlook on that. Other than that, the rain's killed us. It's killed y'all, I know. So if there's anything we can do to help, we're going to send inmates are going out to the Roundup Club today. We don't usually go out there and do that, but with the president having some family issue and them having some issues, we're going to go get it cleaned up because they've got the play day starting tonight out there. So we're going to be out there getting it cleaned up today, and hopefully have it squared away so they can start their fun days tonight. inmate work crew picked up Cooper Bean the other day. And we're sitting at a little over 200,000 pounds of trash since we started that program. Now that's counting, big stuff, tires, it's counting everything. I mean, it's been huge. So
We got noticed right off.
it did get noticed. People started calling immediately. But I mean, we've picked up, thousands of pounds. I mean, right now, just the numbers that we had, we didn't know to keep track the first 6 or 8 months we was doing it. But we're a little over 200,000 pounds of just trash, and we'll keep on. So
Great service.
it is a good
Yeah.
service, and I sent in. I know this goes to number 13 of the agenda. There's nothing to sign right now. I filled out the application. Normally on applications for grants, we have to sign them before we send them in. This application doesn't have to be signed, so I sent it in. Last year they gave us $18,000, and it's cost roughly $35,000 to keep the program going, but we've paid for that. Our plan is to ask for $30,000 again. That's what we can ask for. It's a 50, 30, 30, and then a year off. So hopefully we can get our $30,000 this year, and then we'll have to take the following year off. I don't see why we can't keep the program going the way we're doing it. We should be able to. But again, they only give us $18,000 last year, and hopefully we'll get $30,000 this year. We'll see how that money plays out. But we sent that in, and when they send it back, I'll have the board of commissioners approve it and sign it. But it's been sent in for approval right now.
What was the reason for only getting that amount last year?
They had the floods and different things, and it took their environmental money other places, so they weren't able to award all the full contracts they had in the past. But I am looking at a different avenue too to help us. LaFleur County has signed a contract. The sheriff's office signed a contract with the Department of Transportation, ODOT, to pick up trash on the highways. So I'm looking at that avenue to see if that's an extra funding source that we can reach into and get a contract with them. LaFleur County doesn't have the DEQ grant, but they, my thought process is the DEQ or ODOT offers more money to do the same job. I'd rather take the one that had the more money if we could. So I've reached out to ODOT to see how that program works.
Don't forget the non-paying county roads. Don't forget the non-paying county roads.
Yeah. We're on the county. We don't pick a lot of trash up on the highway. We pick a lot of trash up on, we hit the side roads quite a bit. So
That's a good asset and help to the county.
yeah, it's gets some guys out there working. Man,
And it helps us when we brush off.
Really helps the looks of our county road out there.
Yeah.
we enjoy it. But like I say, we've got our hand doing so much other. We're the mowing, and I went out by the Roundup Club and I just couldn't not have it cleaned up before they start tonight. So we'll get out there and do that. We've picked up a few cemeteries that doesn't have, a few cemeteries that doesn't have people that go take care of. We picked some of those up, and then we got called this last week, and I'm going to meet with them this week. But Quentin Cemetery, it takes 11 acres. It takes them about a day when they have one guy out there, but they're paying $800 twice a month to mow the Quentin Cemetery. They've asked if we would do it for $1,000 a month. So they're paying $1,600. Asked if we'd do it for $1,000. Went out there with our 4 or 5 guys. We've done the baseball fields and didn't make near that. Take us less time than that, but we're gonna go look at it and see if it's something that we could fit into our schedule. But if it's a revenue source, it's a revenue source. It won't. Like I said, it will take probably a half a day for us to go out there and knock it out. They want it done twice a month.
I was asked if they could go ahead and mow the hospital again. I did text Chris and let him know.
I'll get with Pollard, because what we've got Pollard doing is Pollard and Chris are both running those inmates when Pollard's not doing maintenance somewhere. I've got him out, and that way Chris is doing a lot of FEMA stuff and trying to get this other stuff in, so we're putting them out there whenever we can get them out, we're getting them out there, so. I wish we just had about 10 more of them.
Good deal. All right.
Mr. Chairman, if we could,
Yes, go ahead.
before we move on, item 7, the total of blanket POs was $11,800.
Okay, thank you. Item number 10, discuss and consider approve to renew lease for this coming fiscal year of Haskell County Commissioners to Haskell County Stigler Hospital Authority 2. We have that?
All we have to do is approve this. I talked to Cheryl the other day. She needs a copy of the agenda and she needs a copy of, the minutes. And she said once the commissioners approve this, that we don't need to sign anything because we signed the contract last year. And it's good for up to 4 years. We have to renew it every year up to 4 years.
Make a motion to renew.
I second it.
Parker,
Yes.
Sanders Zachary.
Yes.
Billy Cloud.
Yes.
Item number 11, discuss, consider signing the day-best roofers to come back with the hospital roof.
We're gonna table this item. I make a motion.
A second.
Sanders Zachary.
Yes.
Billy Cloud.
Yes.
Parker Fair.
Yes. Item number 12, sign certificate of compliance for Oklahoma Medical Marijuana Authority in District 3.
Make a motion to sign it.
I'll second it.
Billy Cloud.
You approve?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I hear you, I'm sorry.
Parker Fair.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Sanders Zachary.
Yes. It was correct.
Item number 13, discuss, consider signing Haskell County Sheriff DEQ grant. And Sheriff just touched on that a while ago. We don't have to sign it.
That's correct.
So no action needed on that one today. Item number 14, sign appropriations, transfer appropriations, checks received and POs to be paid. I'll make that motion.
A second.
Parker Fair.
Yes.
Billy Cloud.
Yes.
Sanders Zachary.
Yes.
Randy, is the hospital changed hands and up and running?
It's in the process.
what, meet monthly, starting again back up tonight, you said, or?
I don't know, they're doing some fun days or something, they're gonna start doing
I'm just gonna let you know.
their little kid events.
Okay.
I noticed they were out there, disking it up yesterday.
Where they, did she say next Monday night?
She can do her best.
Do her best.
She said
She
she
got her brother.
I had to listen to that for 30 minutes before.
No, I just think the 8th, but I have a school board meeting. It's going to contact Rachel and see how soon I can get the meeting, or do they have to have it at Shelley's? So I should call her.
The chairman.
I ain't even off. They kicked me off.
Who's that?
She's the chairman.
I thought he said that she didn't. Who is?
She is.
Well, what she been there? Who would do it?
The vice chairman.
You know, on his last.
Morning, Rob.
The other lady.
All right.
She's
Randy, you doing all right? I'm good.
Morning.
I always say, Max Moss is the secretary. I'm off that thing. I got busted for it.
you do.
What to be on that thing? Rock, how are you?
Good. Lay.
Huh?
Lay down.
We hadn't adjourned yet, but we're close.
I mean, year and a half ago, you just been getting to the meeting. Just been starting. Now
Yeah.
it's almost over.
That way we like it, ain't it? Nice and smooth.
Yeah. I mean, didn't you think, I can never sit these things till afternoon sometimes. See the corners? You see the corner out there? Last 2 days, they put, so we had,
From 2005, 6 to.
they didn't send that.
Yeah.
I don't see how you don't pay some and not pay the other. So, it ain't much, but we're gonna get caught up, but that's not right.
So, health and wellness they pay,
They pay some of them.
but you
I
don't.
mean, you see that? I mean, we pay some of them. And then they stopped paying them. They didn't pay none, 17. Cause we were told that she told me we don't pay them. And I said, I told her, I said, we gotta do something. So call you and find out if we pay them. And I don't see how we can judge, well, we do pay that one, we're not paying, you know what I mean? We put it on hard. Okay. Can you go back and look and see if they're for medicine or for inmates?
I think it's just free, I think that, but I'll look.
Cause we do pay their medicines.
Yeah, no.
But if this is for medicine, that'd be one thing. There should be a lot more medicine being used.
Yeah, but, yeah, that's just.
Okay, these are just EMT.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, this week's.
Gary, we have been,
Little things lined up.
first of all, you got your car back yet? Okay, cause we met two different places.
That's the way I was reading, they did a job.
Well, if you're gonna have all those leases.
North of the liquor store?
Yeah.
That's right, that's right.
Oh, yeah, they do that there.
Yeah.
Be dead and gone.
Oh, man, they crazy.
I can imagine.
Cause I'll have to go to the hearing.
They all bring cars out.
Everybody. Yeah, but,
Yeah.
I didn't know, cause I'll have to call him.
Put out.
I have to call him today and ask him what time would be good for him.
Had,
Cause he's kinda busy and flexible, not real flexible.
I wanted to check, make sure that.
Joe come, I come during the car.
Changes.
But yeah, but you can't just rent it to
All
anybody.
there, so I read it. I don't even know how it is, but finally I got it. I said, they just use you for yours, engineers, no, not the ones that they need from you. And they'll get it out. They still know me in the hunt.
Tim, did we ever figure out if that glass was gonna work for some of these offices, or?
That, I think it's gonna be way too thick and way too heavy. I went and looked at it, and it's about that thick. And I mean, it's heavy. And it's I shouldn't say bulletproof, because I don't think anything's bulletproof, but I think it's bullet resistant glass, and it's for those windows that they put in. I don't know why the visitation window and stuff, and, but it's just so, I mean, it's just so thick and heavy, I just don't know that. I mean,
What size are they?
big sheets. I mean, they're like 4x4 sheets, but I mean, they're every bit of 3/4 to an inch thick.
Inside the jail?
Yeah, we had extras sitting out there, and I asked why we had extra. Well, it's because if one breaks, they're cut for them holes. And they've had a couple that's, cracked prior to us in the past. They've had to have somebody come in and put one in, but some of them's got, looks like thin wire. They're thin, like triangle looking or diamond shaped deal. So when I looked at it, it wasn't as much as what I thought was there. They were still, they're so thick, it's just 5 or 6, 8 sheets of it.
Yeah, we have it. It's university licensed to us, so any one of our offices could help you, so.
So if she brought it over, if she
Lisa-
brought our
Lisa-
estimate of needs
Yeah.
and scanned it in, then they could change it to a PDF, and then we could all do it on computer. Our estimate of needs on computer would be so much cleaner. Plus it'd add your stuff up for you. I mean, I know that you guys like to write with big cheap tablets, but I like my fingers.
I like that getting it added up for me, don't you?
I honestly don't know how you operate without a computer. They're supposed to still operate without computers. I don't know how they get done.
It's called ledger.
Huh?
It's called ledger now.
A ledger.
You understand
We're-
it better.
we're getting
It's called
ready.
training in the old school.
Hey, this is a funny deal. We're getting ready for a jury trial. I mean, we got a homicide case. I'm a case agent. Farley's a prosecutor. He's gonna prosecute it. And we meet on a Sunday. And I've done 20 homicide cases. And you know, you get ready. I've got my notebook, got all my stuff in it. And usually the prosecutor has a notebook and we mirror our stuff together. Walk in there on that Sunday, and there's this file folder with everything in it. And there's this big chief tablet, and everything's wrote down. I said, Farley, what are we doing? He said, ready for trial. He had everything he had handwritten everything. I said, think it'd be quicker to type. He said, not for me. And he had handwritten everything. And I thought, boy.
There's a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Not just him.
School didn't even have electric typewriter, so,
Okay, well, don't need any action today on item 15. Item number 16 to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Billy Norman had that done. Oh, sorry.
Sandy Zachary.
Yes.
Billy Cloud.
yes.
Clark.
Yes.
He's out there.